get back at it. NBA Finals on EA Sports. From Scotiabank Arena in downtown Toronto. Tonight, the Toronto Raptors taking on the Houston Rockets. Hi, everyone. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, we look at the Raptors coming into play. They were winners in Game 1. And remember, it's a 5-game series, so they could really get a leg up on a title with another victory here.
And the important thing to remember here is that this is not a 7-game series. We're only going 5. So you've got to bring it each and every night and play like your season depends on it.
Capella to Westbrook. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw up and good. A 3-point play right at the start, and it's 3-0. Lowry with it, just underway. Happier with us for Game 2. Slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Westbrook to Capella. Down low, Crowder. Haskell, knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Westbrook. Trying to cash in. Yes. For every tough shot you make, buy one, get one free.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
It goes down. He improvises and scores.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent, but the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Ooh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Not that time. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Westbrook. Short jumper off the mark.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
The free throw, good. Caps off the 3-point play. The lead is 4. Russ at the controls. To Harden. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Big finish at the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink.
To Westbrook. Short jumper won't go down. And finishes strong.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. Probing the defense. To Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 2 of 4 now. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First is your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Westbrook into the front court. Down 8. Down low Crowder. And look out.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Pascal Siakam. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Marc Gasol tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
New blood coming in for both sides. Westbrook. To Gasol. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
The free throw, good. And they add 1 more to the lead. It's up to 11. Rockets have the ball. Gordon to the basket, but a shot no good. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
One free throw up and good. The lead now 14. Westbrook across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. He gets it.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. Shot from the lane won't go. Shot by Saric off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Short jumper stays out. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Westbrook with it. Down a bundle. Nice pass to set things up. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
And now Houston has the basketball. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 3 for 6 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Westbrook with the basketball. His guys down big. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So the Rockets hold on to the basketball. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Harden. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get 1 or 2 to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
He throws it down. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in game number 2, and we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with Harden matched up with Livingston. Doesn't get the bounce. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys holding the big lead. And he finishes at the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
It's Rockets ball. Harden. Seconds to shoot. That is great vision to set it up. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Has a chance. Won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And hits the first free throw. second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Livingston across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, nice find for the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Haskell Siakam sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
It goes down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
The drive, right to the basket, throws it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Harden takes aim at Livingston. Beyond the arc for 3. Won't go down. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Screen coming. Harden. Terrific vision. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Here comes the screen. On the shot clock. Harden still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Stuffs it down with authority.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Gordon with it. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Has a look. The Gordon shot misses. Lowry stuffs it down with authority.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Gets a look, can't hit. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Pascal Siakam. It's good.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Now it's Harden at the controls. Rockets with 4 to shoot. James Harden. Deep two there, won't go. Off the assist. Long heave from three-quarters court. We reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raptors have built a comfortable lead, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors. The Rockets did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggled doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game trap. Blocks.
The Toronto Raptors have been making the kind of defensive impact that can affect the team mentally. After a lot of those blocks, you'll start to see guys more hesitant and second-guessing shot opportunities.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Houston with the basketball. Westbrook. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Shot for James Harden. The screen sets him up for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Capella. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Harden into the front court. Down a bundle. Screen coming. Pascal Siakam. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Harden has it up the floor. To Capella. From the painted area, won't go down. To Lowry. Count it.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. And a nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Harden in possession. His guys down big. Marcus Gasol snatching it out of the air. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the 3rd quarter. Rockets in control of the basketball. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Ed, this is like show and tell back in kindergarten. You show the ball, and then you tell him with the easy lay.
Going back to the pre-K days, Jay. Got it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Capella. Marcus Gasol swats it. 4th this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Russ at the controls. Rises for the slam.
And easy two, get back on defense.
Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense. To Capella. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Powell. Goes reverse to lay it in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. And the slam.
Huh, what a move. But the move never should have happened in the first place, especially if there's communication from the help side defender. You have to let that guy know which way he can force him defensively to where there's help.
Russell Westbrook takes aim at Livingston. To Capella. Westbrook. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
To his total. Great feed. Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throws up and perfect. Westbrook into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
It's Russ at the controls. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Got it at the line. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Short jumper off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Westbrook across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Count the basket at the rim.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. It's been all Raptors. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the 4th quarter. And they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Nothing going here on that drive. And now takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Dario Saric able to recover with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Goes to the left side. Harden at long last. He missed his first 5 attempts from beyond the arc, but he gets that one to go.
Welcome to psychological warfare, provided he's not taking bad shots. But if I were the defense, I would let him keep shooting. Make him think about it a little bit more.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach. It's in the hands of James Harden. Surveys the floor. To Harden. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Runner's good there.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
To Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Cashes in for 2.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Houston takes over. And they call the foul. Careful there,
Welcome to New Age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Westbrook. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
And the finish, slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Ah, the monster stuff.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Westbrook with it. Down a bundle. Short jumper and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Rockets have the ball. To Westbrook. Down low, Crowder. The pass set it all up. From long range. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Slams it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
It's the Raptors with the victory. They'll take a commanding 2-0 lead into Game 3 of this 5-game series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the end. At easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors won this matchup with a significant margin. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.